Hello dear students, you are welcome in the second part of I have three visions for India MCQ series. There are two parts of the same video. First part we have already covered and we covered 22 MCQs. This is second part and here also you find 22 MCQs. So 22 MCQs is equal to 22 marks and we have set a passing criteria of 50%, means you have to score 11 marks to pass in this test. So dear students, again I have three visions for India by APJ Abdul Kalam and 22 MCQs. So let's start these MCQs and please calculate your score at the end, how many marks you get in this small test. So let's start. First question, what is SLV program? And we have four options: A. Satellite learning vehicle, B. Satellite launch vehicle, C. Satellite leading vehicle, and D. Satellite launch verification. Please note down your answer and the correct answer is B. Satellite launch vehicle. So SLV is a program called satellite launch vehicle. Question number 2, what is DRDO? What is the full form of DRDO? We have options: A. Directorate of Research Development Organization, B. Defense and Research Development Organization, C. Defense Research and Development Organization, and D. Defense Research Development and Organization. So please note down your answer and the correct answer is C. Defense Research and Development Organization. Keep in mind only Defense Research and Development Organization. Forget other options. Number 3. What are the milestones in Kalam's career which he calls it as bliss? Options are: A. Project Director for India's first SLV-3 and to be part of guided missile program Agni in 1994. B. Participating in the nuclear tests. C. Making of lightweight calipers for children. And D. All of the above. Choose your option. And correct option is D, all of the above. So all these are the milestones in the career of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Number 4, the material developed for Agni missiles re-entry structure which was very lightweight is called. What is that material is called? Options are: A. Caliper, B. Carbon-carbon, C. Carbon caliper, and D. Carbon. And the correct option is B. Carbon-carbon. Question number 5, what made Kalam to feel very proud as an Indian? And options are: A. India no longer a developing nation but a developed one, B. India as a superpower, C. India as a military power, and D. India as an economic power. And the correct option is A. India no longer a developing nation but developed one. Now dear students, please write down all the questions on your notebook or on your paper 1 to 22 and just mark a right sign before that question if your option is correct. So that you can calculate the score at the end, and if the option is wrong which you marked, leave it as it is so that you will get better understanding of all these questions 1 to 22 and mark right if the option is correct. So let's move to the next option. 6. Who said, please remove the pain of my patients to Kalam? Options are: A scientist, B. a homeopathic doctor, C. a warden boy in the hospital, and D. an orthopedic surgeon from Nizam Institute of Medical Sciences. And the correct option is D. An orthopedic surgeon from Nizam Institute of Medical Sciences said to Dr. Kalam, please remove the pain of my patients. Question number 7. According to Kalam, we are number 1 in dash. Options are: A. milk production, B. remote sensing satellites, C. both A and B, and D. none of the above. And the correct option is C. both A and B. Question number 8. According to Kalam, we are second largest producer of dash. Options are: A. oil, B. wheat, C. rice, and D. both B and C. And the correct option is D. both B and C, means we are second largest producer of wheat and rice in the world. Question number 9. Who transformed the village tribal village into a self-sustaining, self-driving unit? Options are A. Dr. Sudarshan, B. Dr. Shetty, C. Dr. Darshan, D. A Jewish gentleman. And the correct option is A. Dr. Sudarshan transformed a tribal village into a self-sustaining and self-driving unit. Here Dr. Kalam gives us the example. Number 10. According to Kalam, our media is obsessed with dash. A. Bad news, B. Failures, C. Disasters, and D. All of the above. What do you find in our media according to Kalam? And the correct option is D. All of the above. Our media is filled with bad news, failures, and disasters, etc. Number 11. What did Dr. Kalam read on the front page of an Israeli newspaper in Tel Aviv? Options are A. Details of killings, B. Bombardings, C. A Jewish gentleman transformed his desert land into an orchid and granary, D. Deaths of people in bomb blast. And the correct option is C. A Jewish gentleman transformed his desert land into an orchid and granary. 12. According to Kalam, self-respect comes with dash. A. Self-reliance, B. Self-prosperity, C. Developed nation, and D. Developing nation. And the correct option is A. Self-reliance. Number 13. When Dr. Kalam asked to a 14-year-old girl about her goal in life, she replied. What did that girl reply? Options are A. I want to live in a progressive India, B. I want to live in a superpower India, C. I want to live in a developed India, and D. I want to live in a strong India. What did she say? And the correct option is C. I want to live in a developed India. Number 14. Kalam says we are among top 5 nations of the world in terms of GDP. What is GDP? A. Gross development portfolio, B. Gross domestic product, C. Gross development process, and D. Gross development procedure. What is it? GDP. And the correct option is gross domestic product, B. Question number 15. Does Indians follow rules in foreign land according to Kalam? Options are A. No, B. Yes, C. Both A and B, and D. Indians are reluctant. What is according to Kalam? And the correct option is yes. Yes, we Indians do follow rules and regulations when we land in foreign country. Number 16. In an interview, the famous dash Mr. Tinaikar said that rich people's dogs make dirt on the road and the same people criticize authorities. And options are A. Ex-Municipal Commissioner of Bombay, B. Ex-Municipal Commissioner of Pune, C. Mayor of New York, and D. Ex-Minister. Who was Mr. Tinaikar? And the correct option is Ex-Municipal Commissioner of Bombay, A. Question number 17. What is the vision of Dr. Kalam? You have options A. Freedom, B. Development, C. India must stand up to the world, and D. All of the above. What is the vision of Dr. Kalam? And the correct option is D. All of the above. So these 3 things Dr. Kalam explained in his speech: freedom, development, and India must stand up to the world. Question number 18. What do you mean by fed to the dogs? Here Dr. Kalam uses a phrase called fed to the dogs. What is the meaning of that phrase? Options are A. Dogs are hungry, B. Dogs need meal, C. Dogs are fed, and D. Not in a good condition, in a bad state. Choose your option, and the correct option is D. Not in a good condition, in a bad state. So this phrase means option D. 19. According to Kalam, India is not an underdeveloped nation, but it is a highly dash. Options are A. Developed nation, B. Developing nation, C. Progressive nation, D. Positive nation. Choose your option, and the correct option is A. India is a highly developed nation according to Dr. Kalam. 20. Our dash is mortgage to money. Options are A. Self, B. Conscience, C. Nation, and D. People. Who is mortgaged to our money? And the correct option is B. Our conscience is mortgaged to money. Question number 21. At the end, whose words are quoted by Kalam? Options are A. Benjamin Roosevelt, B. Winston Churchill, C. J.F. Kennedy, and D. Barack Obama. And the correct option is C. J.F. Kennedy. And here you have the last question, number 22. Ask what we can do for India and do what has to be done to make India what America and other Western countries are today. Kalam relates Kennedy's words to. So these words are said by J.F. Kennedy, and here Dr. Kalam relates these words to. Options are A. Americans, B. British people, C. French people, and D. Indians. And the correct option is D. Indians. So these words are related to Indians. So dear friends, this is all about 22 MCQs, and please calculate your score and comment your score below in the comment section. If you have any problem, any query, you can ask me, and please join our Telegram channel called Literature Simply, where I am posting the PDF of all these questions, MCQs, and you will find very useful PDF material on the same Telegram channel called Literature Simply. So thank you very much for solving the test and watching the complete video. Let's meet in the next video.